Final Fantasy IX is coming to War of the Visions, Final Fantasy Brave Exvius this week. That's right, if you watched the live stream on Sunday, I believe it was, then you're already aware of this. And a bunch of other cool stuff coming. I'm going to cover it all here. Zidane, Dagger, Vivi, and some other future stuff that's coming all throughout the month of December. I'll actually go over the roadmap as well. But first, let's get into this week's update. This week's update will be on the 1st, which is Friday. I know our days are a little all over the place now, but expect this week's update to be on the 1st, on Friday. And yeah, so this is the week that's going to bring us Zidane and Dagger. Now, if you're broke or you're a new player or you don't want to spend Visio or anything like that, Dagger is going to be free. So that's right. Dagger is a brand spanking free unit. You don't have to use in-game currency to pull her. You don't have to do anything. You'll have to build her, of course, still. But, you know, to acquire the unit, that's honestly the hardest part for us a lot of the time. And Zidane, he is a 100 cost unit, so he is unfortunately not free. But, I mean, he's free if you have a ton of Visior saved up, I guess. And then we have Under the Red and Blue Moons. That's a Hollow Vision card. Let's get into it a bit. So Zidane is a 100 cost wind unit, Honorable Thief, High Dragoon, and Operative. So it looks like he's going to be a bunch of slashing and piercing. That's pretty cool. His LB looks like he'll actually just full-on trance up, which, I mean, can you go wrong with that? And yeah, Dagger, like I said, she's free. He is 100 cost, I think I said that. Dagger's a completely free unit. So if you like Final Fantasy IX, but you don't want to, you know, go too hardcore, or you want to save for Vivi. Now, Vivi is coming next week, so if you don't see Vivi on the screen right now, it's because he'll be here next week. This week, it's Zidane and Dagger, aka Garnet. But yeah, she's an Earth unit. Princess of Alexandria is her main job, Sword Sorcerer, and Kodadama Wielder. So it looks like she'll probably be having some magic and slashing, possibly. I don't know 400% sure, but yeah, at least magic. Anyways, these are the Final Fantasy IX characters. This is the Vision card, which I love the cast here on this card. It's pretty cool. It's called Under the Red and Blue Moons. Now, this guy has Elemental, Chain Resist up, Critical Hit Rate up, and then at max it will have Unit Attack Resistance up and Critical Damage up in quests only. So, it's one of these cards. It's a Hollow Vision card. It's for Spear, Bow, Dagger, and Mace Equipable main jobs. Now, it says Dagger. That doesn't mean the character Dagger, although the character Dagger is a Mace Equipable main job, so she's still on here, but, you know, it's... Yeah, I don't know. Sorry. That's just confusing. But yeah, if you see cards that say Dagger, that doesn't mean Dagger can equip them. It means the job classification Dagger can equip them. However, if it says Mace, then Dagger can... Am I getting confusing yet? Maybe I am, maybe I'm not, I don't know. Anyways, Zidane, Dagger, and Vivi will have a buff max HP up on this card, which is cool that they put Vivi on this, because we don't even have Vivi yet. He doesn't come out till next week. I don't know if we've ever gotten a card before with a character listed on it, where that character wasn't out until a future time. So that's pretty neat, and maybe we have, I don't know. Now, remember, this is a Hollow Vision card, so in quests, you'll get just the permanent account buff, I guess. When you max this card out, you'll get max HP 5% and initial AP plus 3. Now that is for quest only, so that won't work in your guild battles or arena or stuff like that. It only works in quests. So that's like storyline. I think Trial of Reckoning counts as quests, but there's a whole like spreadsheet or like classification somewhere that you can see exactly what falls under quests. So they'll have their challenge missions, which is bingo boards. Also, this card, this Hollow Vision card will also have bingo boards. I know that's one of the things people are unsure about with Hollow Vision cards. Listen, guys, I know Hollow Vision cards, they take a lot. They're 20k pity, you can't use stars on them. Why can we not use stars on them? I don't know, but you can't. And it feels bad, but I guess that's just how it is. Maybe someday they'll change that, but for now, it ain't that day. But yeah, and that stuff will all be added to a Chocobo expedition called Alexandria Outskirts. So that's pretty cool, right? Now here's some other bad news about this update, or this collab. There's no shards in the login gifts. I don't know if they're going to make up for these shards anywhere with like other means. Maybe they'll gift them to us for other things, or there will be other ways in-game we can obtain them. But there's no shards. And we even know what next week's login gifts are as well, because they showed us on their live stream, and there was no Vivi shards in there. So if you're trying to build these characters with like expedience, for like a Trial of Reckoning maybe, it's going to be hard if we're missing a bunch of shards that we normally have before something like a Trial of Reckoning would come out, where you would want to use these characters, or maybe you want to use them in PvP like next week or this week even. Well, you're going to have to end up buying way more shards with Visior than usual, unless, like I said, they have made up for those shards somewhere else. I haven't found it. Maybe we'll know in-game when we log in if it's a thing. I'm not going to hold my breath, though. It's probably not going to be a thing. There will be challenge missions. This is another bingo board, so this is a name for another bingo board. So there will be cool stuff in there. Heart Quartz, those are always cool. FF9 medals, and yeah, so on and so forth. Final Fantasy IX milestones. By clearing all missions in the Zidane and Dagger character quests, you can acquire 40 unit shards. Now, this is not making up for the lack of shards here, or here rather, because we always have these shards for collabs. This is basically, I think, their character quests. That means their mastery quests, and that's where we always got 40 shards. I think this is the same thing. If this is not the same thing, then let me know, because I might be just a big dumb, but I'm pretty sure this is their mastery quests. They're gonna have JP and EXP double up in Final Fantasy IX event quests. What else do we have here? Whimsy Shop, guaranteed stuff, not cool. Or it is cool, whatever, rather. Okay, now we're getting a bunch of other stuff for logging in. This is for the 2023 Championship login gifts. So this is just like a bunch of extra stuff on top of all the stuff we're already getting. Nothing here is like seriously game-breaking or major. I would say the Transcendent Mind Spheres are probably the best thing. The Rainbow Orbs are cool, but I feel like 4 Rainbow Orbs over the course of 16 days isn't a ton. But I mean, it's just a couple of free orbs to stack on wherever else you're getting orbs. So that is actually cool. And then there's even more login gifts. Now this one is even more minuscule than the last one, except for the fact that it has a Blossom, so that's cool. But yeah, so these are just even more things that you'll get for logging in during the first 7 days. This one's actually 16 days, though. Here's a big one, guys. This, to me, when I saw this, it like blew my mind the most. I was like, 4 times hard quest drops? Yes, please. This is going to be one of the best weeks for hard quests we've ever had, quadrupled. So you say you're still slow building those souls, those Elias, maybe even Helena. Helena already has 3 times, but this is going to give her even more during this period if you have her in there for this 1 week. Or anyone, really. Anyone that can do a hard quest. Now, you can't do this on the Final Fantasy IX units because collab units don't get hard quests, but any, like, normal pool units you're building, this is going to be amazing. Chocobo, EXP, and Guild double up campaign. And Barracks unit shard acquisition time is halved from December 1st until the 14th. So that's about 2 weeks of good barracks for all units. This is not just for the Final Fantasy IX units as far as I can tell. The way this is worded sounds like it's for every unit. And I knew we were about to get some of this anyways because of the PvP tournament thing, actually, that they showed us on their live stream. So that lines up. Now, we're also getting Final Fantasy IX event quests. So, training materials for the collab units. You know, this is where you're going to get their weapons, the Mage Masher, and her thing was called... What was her thing called again? I don't remember, but Mage Masher and... Tiger Racket. So Tiger Racket and Mage Masher, that's their weapons. And then the next week we'll get one for Vivi. The guild battle season is actually coming to an end, so I hope you guys had your guilds in a nice ranking spot so you get those end of season rewards. And yeah, like whether you're, you know, close to top 100, top 50, maybe you're even top something else, I don't know. But either way, we'll get rewards for that, and then a new season will start, so get ready. And be happy. So, what was that? I think we just finished the White Tiger, right? October to November? That seems really short. I feel like they were normally longer than that, but maybe not. Anyways, and then the next one will start on December 1st, and that one will end on... Yeah, see, this one's really long. December until February 29th. That's 3 months. Am I looking at this wrong? Was this last one only, like, less than 2 months? I don't know. Maybe I'm just dumb. Anyways, you'll get titles and stuff, and most importantly, you'll get end of season rewards, which I don't know for sure if there's Viz in there, but there's at least a bunch of other goodies in there. So there's that. Classification for jobs. Alright, so We're going to get Garnet added to this. And Zidane. That would be in Dagger, Honorable Thief, and Mace, Princess of Alexandria. I think that's about it for the stuff coming this week, but that was a mouthful. That was a lot. However, that's not all I'm going to be talking about here. No. Normally I would do like a poll right now, but I already did my polls today because I spaced it and I didn't realize notices were coming out today. So I did my free poll already. Got no rainbows, so there's that. So you didn't miss anything. Anyway, so we already know about this first column here. December 1st. We're getting Zidane Dagger, Under the Red and Blue Moons, Final Fantasy IX quest lines are going to come out, but also quality of life adjustments to daily missions and token missions. Listen, I love me some quality of life stuff. Just how it is. I love it. Now, next week on December 8th, we're going to get Vivi, his vision card, which is also a Holo Vision card, Battle in the Clouds, and then major content, Final Fantasy IX collaborative quests. So that's going to be more quests. It'll be more of like the quest for Vivi and his weapon and all that stuff. And then nothing too much else that week, it seems. So there will be, alt log and stuff. I'll make a separate video for next week. Now, here's the big things. These next 2 weeks I want to get into. December 15th, new Winter Holiday unit. And I'm sure they'll rerun all the old ones. Winter Holiday Vision card. It's probably going to be a Holo Vision card if I had to guess. I don't know, is every card from here on out going to be Holo? Or are they still going to have regular ones? I actually am unsure of that. I'm not sure. And then there's going to be another story chapter. So I think this is our first chapter, though, for this season of another story, actually, now that I think of it. And we don't have Lightning Asterius yet, either. And then here's a big thing. Quality of life update. Removal of equipment proficiency and adjustment to equipment icons. That's pretty cool. Equipment proficiency has been something that's been nothing but an annoyance pretty much since the beginning of the game. There's no reason for it, really. And they're getting rid of it, finally. Thank you. Thank you, Gumi. All right. And then December 22nd, we're getting unit released in December in the JP app. So that could be anybody. I don't know who's released in December. I think they just announced an Eld, 100 cost water spear. Eld is coming out in December. It's a young Eld, so it goes along with young Helena. He's probably going to be amazing. But that's the only thing I can think of for now that might fit this slot, December 22nd. Vision card release, probably Eld's card if he comes out with a card. This is a lot, though, guys. There's units and cards every single week. And this is one of the things I wanted to get into. Also, I guess I'll say this, Trial of Reckoning is coming out on December 22nd. That being said, if you're somebody that likes Trial of Reckoning, keep in mind that the Pixel remaster collab thing ends on the 21st, so the day before this, and Helena ends on like the 14th, so like a week before this. So that stuff might not be bonus units. However, obviously all the Final Fantasy IX stuff is going to be bonus unit, and I'd say there's a good chance that a bunch of winter stuff, probably every winter unit and possibly every winter vision card will also be bonus units and cards. So if you want to load up on bonus stuff, of course, Dagger is usually the biggest bonus. The free unit is usually always the XL, so everyone will have that. Then you can scramble together whatever else you can have as a mix between FF9, winter units, and whatever other, like, usually they'll have some generic, like, FFBE units like Rain or Laswell, and, some of those people added as well. Who knows who our bonus units are going to be, but it's not looking like Pixel. And maybe Helena, maybe not. She was in JP, but I don't know if she's going to be for us, because she's not going to be available at that time anymore, so she might be, like, expired by then. We'll have to wait and see. Anyways, so there's a couple things that bum me out about this roadmap. This video is going to be really long, isn't it? I'll just get right into it. One of the things is, so there's no Trust Stone quality of life update yet. I see we have the removal of proficiency, and that's it. But we don't have the Trust Stone one yet. We don't have the Unit Affinity one yet, or any of that stuff, or Esper Resonance. That is one, I think, too, that's coming. Sadly, it looks like we're gonna have to wait over a month to get that stuff. Hopefully it comes soon, though. I really don't want to have to wait until like the next millennium to get that. Please, please, soon, please. It will be such a nice, like, breath of fresh air, quality of life, amazing upgrade to the game if we could get that stuff sooner rather than later. And the other bummer of a thing that I have about this roadmap is it's insanely densely packed. there's a unit every week. Some weeks multiple units. Although Dagger and Zidane, one of them is free. And then winter, like I said, I'm sure all the winter units are going to be re-released. So maybe you only have to worry about the new one or think about the new one. But there's going to be a lot of temptation. There's going to be a lot of stuff. And also, there's vision cards every single week as well. And I don't know if they're all going to be holo vision cards, if some are going to be the other vision cards. But I think this is even more densely packed than the October roadmap that we had. That I was like, oh my god, this is too much. So I hope that winter unit is one of those 18Ks like Halloween Lucio was. And last year's winter Revis was. Because this is too jam-packed. Honestly, don't even know. By the time Final Fantasy IX eats away at me, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to do an 18K unit. You know, this is just a lot. It's kind of much. Jam-packed all into one. So unless they, like, hook us up with something, for me, I personally don't see me acquiring all the things on here, which that's fine. You don't have to go for everything. You don't have to get everything. And that's cool. But it's just, to me, it feels bad when it's this much limited stuff. Now, that fourth week on this list, unit release in December, that's probably not going to be a limited unit, and that's probably not going to be a limited vision card. So that stuff, I don't really care too much about. I can just acquire that later, and that's totally cool. But those first 3 weeks, jam-packed, it's going to feel bad, man. Unless, you know, unless I get lucky, unless you guys get crazy lucky. You never know, you could get lucky. Sometimes some people will luck out like 10 pulls in a row. They might get first pull, first pull, first pull, first pull. But I'd say it's way more likely to go to pity than it is first pull, first pull, first pull, first pull. But hey, anything can happen, right? I actually don't know. Yeah, I don't know which one is more likely. Probably the pity one, right? Like, mathematically. I don't know. Anyways, that's all I'm going to say, guys. This has been dragging on. I am so sorry this video is so long. I hope you enjoyed it at least a little bit, though. Let me know, what do you guys think about December? What do you guys think about Final Fantasy IX collab? What do you guys think about the quality of life stuff? I am pumped for it, but also there's a lot coming, so I'm going to have to decide which things to skip here, because it is quite a bit. So, but yeah, anyways, I'll be live streaming this on December 1st. I'll do pulls for Zidane, maybe the Vision card if I have anything left, although I don't really have very much Visior, as you can see up there. So, I mean, we're going to get more by then, and, you know, there's going to be a Hiroki gift. I believe we're getting 4444 Visior from that. Well, it's 3,000 plus 4,000, or, yeah, you know, it's going to add up to 4444, I think. And then, yeah, some other login viz, and I have some quests that I can still work on, too, that will get me a little bit more viz, so we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully there's some good banners. If these banners are all trash, like, really, like, I don't know. Like, I really hope there's some good banners and some generous stuff. I know we just had Black Friday. I know there's been a lot of, like, H packs and F packs and all that stuff available, so that's really cool and helps a bit. But, like, it's still going to be really hard to get as much stuff as possible from these collabs and special events and things. Unless you're rich. In which case, carry on, you little scallywags. Alright, anyways, I'm going to go. Have a good one, everyone. Hope you guys like this video. Like I said, I'll be live on Friday on twitch.tv/DegenTP. Also, if you want to join the Discord, we're always in there talking about this game, hanging out, having a good old time, talking strats, just talking about what's coming, talking about our pulls, talking about anything you could think of involving this game. Anyways, bye. I'm going to go. See you later. Discord, linked below. Later. Bye.